Hey guys, Icy here. So in this video, I'm going to try to do some commentary, and for the build, I'll make sure to put a link in the description to the build I'm using, but the main crux of the build is running Jorvilds, which allows you to extend your major minor buffs as well as damage shields. So I am running barrier on the back bar, which will extend it to almost 40 seconds, I think, maybe a little bit over 40 seconds. And the reason why I'm running Jorvilds is because I'm running the rapid maneuver set, and if you'll notice, like the way I'm always positioned is I'm always trying to stay on the shot caller, who's the guy that has a donut on. He's also got the crown on, but I like to use a donut because it makes it a little bit easier to visualize where I need to be next to. And if you stay with the crown, which is kind of what everybody should be doing, that's where I'm going to be always casting my rapid maneuver, granting everybody that major and minor expedition for 12 seconds. I think normally it lasts about 8 seconds or something like that, but because Jorvilds, it actually makes it extends it for just about 12 seconds. I think it's like 11 point something. I actually want to stay out of those AoEs. I see a lot of people don't have their enemy AoE indicators bright enough to see them, so you know, I make sure I have mine highlighted to pink, like bright pink and max, so it makes it really visible. So right here I'm taking a lot of damage, and that I'm running Ethereal Ascension on this one, and I really do like it a lot. I don't really have sustain problems. You could even see my stamina getting pretty low, but it's mostly just because rapid maneuver costs 6k, and you know, when I break free, then my stamina will drop down to 10k, but even then it's not that bad. So right now we're just fighting at the top of this little keep here. Make sure you want to stay out of the dark convergence and block it when it shows up initially. And right now I'm just staying up top here. I think everybody else is on the second floor, maybe the first floor. Yeah, I know I'm just hanging around here. I see that guy doing a res. Always try to bash it, and make sure you know how to bash, or at least recognize a res, because there's some guys, when you know, they'll just let people res in front of them and not know what to do, which is just mind-boggling to me. But I get it if people are kind of new and they don't know how to, you know, interrupt, do mechanics that will interrupt and things like that. So right now just fighting on the second floor, and I think we just wiped them, which is pretty good. And again, you know, you see me trying to stay in the group as all times as possible so that everyone's getting that major minor expedition buff. And it might not seem a lot, but that's kind of like the main reason why I'm running Jorvilds, just for rapid maneuver. And is it worth it for one skill? I think so, because a lot of people, when you ask them, hey, is this, you know, do you feel it? Do you feel the speed that you're getting from rapid maneuvers? And everyone always says yes, always guaranteed 100%. And you'll know when someone's using it or not, because you're gonna be going a lot quicker than you normally would, because that minor expedition buff, which is really, really nice to have. So right now I think we're just chilling here because we know that there's going to be a bunch of DC coming up soon, so we're just gonna wait for them to all show up here. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I think I'm just kind of assessing the situation, maybe looking at Discord on another window. But I've also got the Enchanted Growth to grant the minor intellect and minor endurance. I don't really cast it much. I should be, but sometimes when you're here in the moment, you don't really use all your abilities. I know most of the time I'm just spamming Radiating Regen because it's a lot easier. And Echoing Vigor I do have in the back bar as another hot, but I try to use it like situationally, like when people are nearby or when we're being pressured. Otherwise I just do Radiating Regen a couple times. So I cast Barrier there because I know, I mean, I can't really anticipate it, but whenever I see that we're all stacked up and my barrier's up, I'm always going to use it. You know, one, even if we didn't jump into a situation where luckily we just took a lot of heat, so the barrier actually had value there, but because the barrier lasts 40 seconds for the damage shield, that's plenty of time, especially with all the heat going on, for it to actually be of use. So it looks like DC, they're coming up into the keep and they are pressuring hard, so we're kind of being pushed to the top here. It's going to get real hot in a couple seconds here. Yep, that dark convergence. I'm just watching this, man, just for trying to remember everything. Oh man, it's freaking nuts. Am I gonna use my, yep, Life Giver, yep. Okay. So I think you'll see, I think it's the next, I think it might be the next Life Giver or not, but why I like using Life Giver over the ultimate, the trees, the forest, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, right now somebody said, all right, we got to jump off back and start running because they were overtaking the tower here. But I'll get back to that ultimate thing. So this is one of the reasons why I like the Warden so much. When you're running, you can hit your shimmering shield, and because you're running away, people are going to always hit, do their light attacks, which are going to be like, bows or just anything that's a projectile, so that you can get your magicka back and also get some ultimate proc as well, your major heroism, because shimmering shield will proc off projectiles, which is really nice. So I always like having that skill as a must-have on my Wardens. So this particular clip here, we're basically just running away the whole time because you can just see the horde of DC that are coming after us, which is awesome. We do get a nice Rush of Agony grouping there and wipe that little group there. But yeah, whenever barrier is up, I try to save for it whenever I can, and then whenever grouped up, I always put it on. But as I mentioned earlier, it lasts for 40 seconds, so I don't really mind using it so early when I'm running door builds. Yeah, right now we're just trying to run away. I'm trying to stay near Crown as much as possible because that's what we all should be doing, and make sure everybody's got that major minor expedition, because when we're trying to run away, we need that speed. So right there, I just used my life giver. If I had the enchanted forest, I just throw it on the ground. I don't know where anybody else is. Life giver, it functions the same way as radiating regeneration, but the thing is that it does like big ticks on individual people one at a time, right? Not so much like the Templars one, but more so that, right? Oh, even right there. Oh man, I'm taking so much damage. You could hear that? God damn, bro. Even just watching it, man. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of people chasing me. But so Life Giver, it will go through objects, which is pretty awesome, but also allow you to, how do I even describe Life Giver? I mean, I think it's the best healing ultimate in the game. And man, is it kind of like Incantation on Templar? It kind of is, except the Incantation one, right? Obviously, they're going to change it next patch where you can cast it while moving, which is going to be really awesome. I'm definitely going to consider using it depending on how fast you can move. But it's not blocked by objects, which is awesome, and it will. I think it ticks 5 times over 4 seconds, and each tick will go to one person who needs the healing the most, right? Depending on how low they are, type of thing. And that to me makes Life Giver extremely valuable because it's big ticks. Yeah, it also uses all the healing staff, resto staff abilities like Blessing of Restoration and Radiant Regeneration and the Steadfast Ally, so it'll give a shield to everybody as well. Just on the initial cast, it just uses all those abilities at the same time. But then those big individual ticks per person, for 5 potential people or just one person with 5 times, depending on who needs it, it's really good. So I gotta wait for like a good moment here, but then there's gonna be moments where you'll see when we're playing a little bit defensive, and when I got nothing going on and I got a bunch of debuffs on me, I try to keep track of my debuffs at the top right of the screen. Whenever I see something up there, I try to always go to my back bar, which is my sorting board, and just spam Bullnetch, because that'll just remove things off me. I'm not using any of the CP passives that will make me more tanky when I have status effects on me, but I don't feel a need to when I'm on a class that has a cleanse on it. So yeah, we're being they're not going to pressure us too much there. So that's a good spot for Echoing Vigor. I don't use it all the time, but only when we're like as grouped up as much as possible, because I am using Rapids, which is a big stamina cost, and Echoing Vigor is also a stamina cost, but it's not that bad. So right here, I am going to get the res off. I think it's a very important on a healer to, one, make sure your battle resurrection passive, which you can get in the support line. Make sure if you're not Alliance War 10, I think it might even be Alliance War 9, make sure you have that maxed out and make sure you have those 2 points in that passive, because that's going to be really useful. But also the other reason why I was able to get that res is because I am using the, I think it's called Spirit Mastery in the red CP tree that gives me 25-30% more resurrection speed. So those two combined on a class that's not a Templar is really awesome. And you'll see why, I think, in the next clip after this, or this fight, but continued on, yeah, because we are gonna get zerged down. So yeah, just staying mobile, and I'm also light attacking. If you've noticed throughout the whole last 10 minutes or whatever, light attacking whenever you can possible, because you always want to be generating ultimate. Light attacks give you 10 over 10 seconds. Let me rephrase. Light attacks will generate 30 ultimate over 10 seconds. So every time you light attack, you're just refreshing that counter. Especially with how crazy these fights are with all those Zergs everywhere, you're going to want that life giver up as much as possible. Alright, so we kind of survived that engagement there. And then I think we're going to get zerged down by a bunch of DC, I think. Yeah, DC's coming up, rolling up there on the right. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. These guys weren't messing around. Block the Dark Convergence, and now I think we're retreating. Yeah. Pop the potion there, you can hear it, just keep retreating. Hit the Shimmering Shield. Life Giver going out. And we kind of nuked them there, which is pretty awesome. And now they're going to counter nuke us. And it's getting pretty hot. I don't know what I was doing there. Oh, you know what? I was trying to get the res on our leader there. But it wasn't, I couldn't line it up. So we're all pretty much dead except for me. And some guys just automatically resed. I'm just trying to survive here. And I got like 15 people around me. But not all of them are hitting me because I'm hiding on that lip there. And some people are falling off because I'm hanging on the lip. I can see I can get the res off him. But I'm not taking too much damage because I am tanky. I think this build's got like 37k resistances, 40 on the back bar, something like that. So I see those guys trying to peg me from the bottom there. I do make sure to keep my Shimmering Shield up when I can. I try to get the res off just to see if they were going to stop me or not, because some people are idiots. So right now I'll just try to maintain my buffs. Try not to get myself killed. I think I'm going to go, trying to go for the res again. Alright, that guy's not sleeping yet. That happens to me sometimes. I'll just open up my start menu because I think the button is the same, oddly enough, to res. So I know I have a resto ult here, but I think, am I going to use it? Yeah, I do save it just in case because I was taking a lot of pressure there. So now I know that everybody else is gone and there's just 3 people there and they didn't chase me, so I'm like, okay. Let me try to get up out of here. And because my resurrection speed is so quick, and I knew that guy was going to get stuck because I just got stuck, I'm able to get both of these reses off here. And this guy, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't know how to res, make sure you know how to res, because there's no reason why I should have got that second res off there. And, that guy got killed. Now it's a 2v. It was a 3v3. Now it's a 2v3. And I think we're going to, we're going to kill this guy right here. Yep. Now it's a 1v3 or a 3v1. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Alright, that's as close as commentary as I'm going to get. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll try to do some more of these or more commentary videos, because I think eventually I'll hopefully get good at it the more I do it. And then yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm going to try to get that Warden video out for my debuff Warden next couple days. So stay tuned for that. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.